Welcome to the Beacon by Soul 33, teachings for your past, present and future. Good morning, everybody. It is the 25th of November. I'm here in Auckland, New Zealand, and it's another week. We are making a transition very, very quickly into December. I just want to thank you all for the birthday messages across all the platforms. It has been a very ceremonial week, and I'll tell you a little bit about it as we go through the Monday mantra, whatever comes out naturally. But it's so lovely to be here this morning to share the soul progression lesson with you, the energy that I'm emitting from me to you, from the universe. So take it all in, share how you feel in the comments as I go through what comes up naturally for our soul progression lesson for all of us. I'm on this journey with you. Now remember, if you're listening to this on the Beacon app, on Soul 33, Spotify or YouTube, please don't forget to do all the things to support, like, tag, subscribe, share. It really enables me to be able to create more resources for you because we're a small team and we are doing this from the kindness of our hearts to be able to share what I pick up for you and for me. Now, as we look through the week, we are going to recap because every Monday mantra merges into the next, like the anchor energy from weeks before is still coming up for a lot of us. And it all tells a story. It all merges into the connectivity that we need in order for us to be able to keep moving forward. And last week, the Monday mantra I set was my authentic expression is for my ascension. My authentic expression is for my ascension. You know, these big changes that have come in astrologically with Pluto going into Aquarius, it's this expansive time and this rebirth that was happening. And I know people were commenting saying it was happening on their birthdays too. It's absolutely amazing. And I have to say, on my birthday, I actually was feeling so sensitive and so tired that I did cry, and it wasn't crying of sadness, it was crying of what is happening. And I can feel this happening now as I'm talking to you. It's like our containers are empty, and it's not an emptiness of like, oh, you know, there's nothing that is replenishing me or nourishing me. It's this emptiness of that we're going to be filling it with something new. We're going to be restoring something new for our expansion, for our ascension. And the supermoon that we had the week before, it rocked some of our dreams, meaning that we may have faced these parts of us or obstacles in the way that are going, hang on, is this really what you want? Is this going to happen? And as you all know that have been following me on my adventure to Uluru and Katajuta, Uluru is Lord Ganesha, and that elephant energy is coming in so strongly. We're getting a lot of elephant signs, the wisdom of the elephant, the new birth of the new baby elephants. All elephants are Ganesha, removing obstacles from our lives. And this is a really important time for those obstacles to be removed because we are wanting to blossom into who we really are through our full expression of us. And we are intervening now. We have to intervene. And we were having lots of discussions over AI over the weekend about AI. And it's like our individuality, our uniqueness is really important for this next 19-year cycle because this is what's going to enable us to work together with the technological advancements. Now, if there's been a resistance is also an obstacle. Is it from a place of sabotage? Is it from a place of guilt, resentment, fear? What is it? Those are the obstacles that we're needing to look at and to start to pick up the pace in terms of removing the obstacles, but slowing life down, coming back to a place of contemplation, coming back to a place of prayer, coming back to a place of ceremony in order for us to be very focused on what we are doing at one time. I mentioned multitasking. I was the queen of that. I still am, but I'm finding Spirit is slowing me down to pay attention to fully what is in front of me because everything else is speeding up. Technology is speeding up. Everything is, the pace is picking up, and we in our uniqueness need to slow it down through prayer, through contemplation, through ceremony, being still, being in the moment, being very intentional and conscious about what we're doing. Now, as we're approaching the end of the year and December is coming in a week, our bodies are changing and responding to everything that has happened. Now, I mentioned lumps and bumps last week. Now, what I didn't want to elaborate on, because I wanted to see what all of you were coming up, is the lumps and bumps that I'm talking about are fibroids, tumors, benign cysts, things that are holding energy. I remember once, and I'm being told to tell you this, when I had my distribution company, I've never had this issue again. I was getting boils all over my legs, and it was because my blood was boiling, because I was facing a lot of political red tape to get through to organize my company overseas. And these are the lumps and bumps I'm talking about. So some of you might be thinking, what is she talking about? But these are lumps and bumps inside of your body that you may not see or know unless you are being shown intuitively or you can feel them. And this is also, please go and check with your medical professionals if you are having any issues. I'm talking from an energetic point of view as to what I am feeling and what I know through spirit in order to teach, is that these lumps and bumps are coming up as blocked energy for us to observe what this blocked energy is and to clear it. So if you're having even rashes, raised skin, it's all what I'm talking about in a nutshell. If you're feeling unwell, emotions out of sorts, it's all of this energy that's coming back to this empty container, this container that is wanting to be filled up with all the pure, authentic power and essence of us, rather than things that are causing us misalignment. Give yourself time to let everything integrate. We never let anything integrate. Those who come to me and then take a day off, if possible, or take the afternoon off and really honor the ritual and ceremony that has taken place, you are the ones that are going to actually find how transformative it will be for you forever if you allow that time. And trust me, I've had to learn to take that time, because multitasker is going, I need to do this, I need to cook, I need to clean, I need to get the Monday mantra up, I need to, and it's kind of like, okay, how do we create more space in our container is what Spirit's telling me right now. Give yourself time to integrate and work together with ourselves. We are our worst enemies sometimes, and our bodies can sometimes sabotage us by putting us in a space of going, hang on, you need to stop. So we're going to give you a little bit of an illness or a dis-ease or a sore foot or a cramped knee or a something. It's all coming up. So the obstacles are coming up to clear, to be filling this container. Your career or your Dharma, as we talked about, I think in the first week of November, this is really important as we're moving forward with all these technological advancements. It's because we want to be able to serve humanity through our uniqueness and work together with everything that is happening. And we are all questioning ourselves. Do we want to do what we're doing now? How we're doing it now? How is this going to be something that we can take into the future, into future generations? I don't know why I'm getting this right now, but we are being asked in whatever we're creating, in terms of our Dharma, it's for the future generation. So whether you've created children or whether you are someone that's going to be leaving behind a legacy, that is something that is really important to be considering right now. Creating ceremony for initiation, creating the space to ascend and elevate. I don't want to stay the same. I want to keep growing and keep clearing and keep healing and keep understanding. And this is the time to do that. The sunlight is important. The sun is the sun god, Ra, Surya, whatever it is, it's all the same, regardless of what culture we're talking about. And that vitamin D is, yes, for a physical level, but Spirit is telling me metaphysically it's also helping us align with the new DNA upgrade. So there must be some spiritual essence that is coming from vitamin D, because it's directly from the sun into our melanin, that is helping us integrate spiritually for this ascension and elevation. The sun energy is helping things grow. It is helping things grow. So you may need to step into expressing yourself even more even though we discussed this last week, and this could mean expression at work with your work. It may be expression in your relationships, intimate or romantic or completely platonic. And this is also, again, important as we move into a AI time coming up really rapidly, that we have those authentic connections, having compassion for yourself, trusting yourself, and knowing that this new expression of you is really that light being that feels no competition, that feels no resistance, that doesn't feel jealousy, that doesn't want to take people down, because there is movement. I was having tsunami dreams. Whenever I have tsunami dreams, it's all this uprising of emotion that is coming up. I was having a lot of outer body experiences also last week, and consciously and also in my sleep. And so this is also coming up for the alignment of what our soul's knowing is trying to tell us in terms of obstacles moving out of the way. As we moved through the week, I shared my experience in the Kulpi cave where the women and the children prepared food in Uluru. And, this particular cave was a very nurturing energy. So if we think of Lord Ganesha, right? Ganesha has the big tummy. He's got the trunk. He's got his various tools in his hands. And this space within Uluru is where food was prepared, nourishing our container, nurturing our container, which is so important. And again, passing on that wisdom that we have through our Dharma into the next generation, however you are choosing to do that with whatever you do for your work here on earth. I experienced in this particular space in the Kulpi cave where it was raining so heavily, and the formation on the rock, there was this like serpent type head. To my eyes, my third eye, it looked like a serpent's head rising. And so I sat underneath this and meditated, and there in my vision, Spirit showed me a fern, amongst other things for me personally, but I knew this fern was for all of us. And I was thinking, what's this fern got to do with anything? And as I finished my meditation and came out of it, a Indigenous woman actually physically walked into the cave. So she was obviously a tourist here in this area, and she turned around and there was a fern on her sweatshirt. And I was thinking, wow, this Indigenous woman is letting me know that, look what's on my back. I've got your back too. And this fern motif on her jumper was like the ancestors' message for us, that it's this new beginning, because ferns represent new beginnings. Now, as we moved through the week, I shared my experience about ending up in Anchor Bay. Oh gosh, that was funny. So as you know, last week I was in the cabin, and I was insisting on going to the regional park in this area. I had no idea what the regional park was. So I just kept saying it. We need to go to the regional park. We need to go to the regional park. And it was so annoying because I kept saying it out loud. So I was driven to the regional park, and I needed to go to the restroom, went to the restroom. There's an anchor right at the top of it. I shared this all on my social media. And I was thinking, oh my God, there's an anchor here when I need to go to the bathroom. Kept walking, and it was like, welcome to Anchor Bay. And the story here was fascinating. I was thinking, why did Spirit lead me here? Because when I booked this cabin, I hadn't known, I wasn't even intending on going to Uluru, because Uluru was such a last minute download that I had to go to. And it was like being led to Anchor Bay after I saw the anchor in Cairns when I got stuck there. And it was like this Anchor Bay situation was Spirit showing us that we are really anchoring into who we are. And I know all of you had different meanings, and I asked what you thought that anchor that I showed on my social media with the rope coming down, and all of you had amazing interpretations for what it means for you, because remember, we're all different people seeing signs differently, and that's completely right, because it's what it's for us. But when I saw that rope coming down from the image I shared on my social media, Spirit kept telling me that's letting us know that we always have a lifeline. We always have a lifeline. There is always going to be that support given to us from the heavens, a rope to pull us up again whenever we get knocked down in some way. So the Tawharanui area that I was in with this regional park, which I know many New Zealanders sent me DMs about it and commented about it, was Anchor Bay, and in 1879 a ship called the Anchor of the Phoenix was wrecked here. And I was thinking, Phoenix, ascension, elevation, rising from the ashes, the rope being our lifeline while we are anchoring into ourselves. This was a beautiful beach. Māori had lived there for over 800 years. And when I was there, the crab spirit came walking sideways, and I was thinking, this is interesting, because crab, Cancer, emotions coming up. I'm at the ocean dreaming about tsunamis, and all this indigenous history is coming up. And remember last week, it was like I mentioned the words contempt and contemplation. And someone sent me a message saying that, the haka was performed in court to draw attention to the issues that the Indigenous are having here with our political systems in New Zealand. And we're going to be finding this more and more with Indigenous ancestors pushing us forward, even if we are not born of that culture. Those of us who have some sort of influence are going to be called to heal and bring that work that they have done with their wisdom forward to all of us. And Spirit kept telling me, we can't just reap the benefits of the wisdom of the great ones, the Indigenous, the people that were here on earth first, without acknowledging that true power. And so it's very, very important that we're all doing that in our ways, going and acknowledging the source of where this is coming from. I had a little ceremony for myself, because in a week of ceremony, I was gifted a blue lotus for my birthday by a fellow healer, friend of mine. And I sat and I wasn't guided to do this in the morning, which was interesting. And I wasn't guided to do the ceremony at night. It was just as the sun was setting. And so I had the sacred blue lotus ceremony as an individual ceremony for myself. And the blue lotus, the symbolism of the sun god, the symbolism of the lotus merging from primeval waters, like the metamorphosis from a void. This is what is happening, that blue lotus awakening in all of us. It's like this open vessel ready to be filled with more authentic life force energy. And then the extended meaning of the Monday mantra: metamorphosis occurs when we are ready to close out old chapters and enter new ones to be completely aligned. And this requires some integration time for the body to catch up to the upgrades, for us to take the time to nourish and nurture our bodies, to get rid of the lumps and bumps, whether they are physical lumps and bumps or whether they are ones that are presenting themselves in front of you. Contemplation and contempt are working hand in hand for our ascension. So wherever contempt is occurring, it is a time to create contemplation. So contemplation, deep reflective thought, the state of being considered. Contempt, disregard for something that should be considered. The feeling that a person or a thing is worthless or beneath consideration. And obviously the more common use of the word contempt is the disobedience in a lawful situation in court. But is it really disobedience in what I'm talking about? Because it's to bring the contemplation back to the true source of information, the authentic ones, being in your authentic power. So contemplation and contempt are working hand in hand in our ascension, regardless of what race or ethnicity we are. It all has merged. The timelines have merged, lifetimes have merged, everything, technology and the old are all coming together. We are ready to blossom and see it in our freedom. I shared a little video of a beautiful ceremony that I had with some of my dearest and closest and oldest friends over the weekend, because it was just so deeply moving, and the timing of it during a week of ceremony was just amazing. And this is what it's all about. It's about connection. It's about sisterhood, brotherhood, connecting with one another and seeing each other for our uniqueness, rather than comparing, rather than expressing jealousy, rather than tearing each other down. It's really important that we all embrace one another for who we are and have acceptance for those who are representing themselves authentically, and for everybody, because that's what we're being asked to do now, is to connect so deeply. Now remember, I'm always here for you, but I am only one person, so I have various services to help assist you in your soul progression, whether it's a mini reading, if you're an app member, if you're wanting a personalized meditation, which I actually record a frequency for you, because every time I work, it's a frequency that comes through for you in a session, and therefore I bring that into a personalized meditation. You can do personalized meditations from now until forever, because that is how I create them. There's also, the wait list for various timings to see me. It's always the right time when you do. And remember, the app is only $60 a year. It's really hardly anything, and that's why we have the external link. Remember, it's a great gift also to get a subscription for somebody. So if you're wanting to gift subscribe for someone, just ask Karen and she will help you out with that for any of these things. soul33@gmail.com if you need any assistance or technology help or whatever it is. Okay, as we go through this Monday mantra, I want you to really feel into the things that I'm going to say, and comment below or in the group chat as to what you hear, because we should all be listening and reading the Monday mantras about 3 times a week, because we will hear different things. Like sometimes for me, I will get through till like Saturday, still going, okay, how do I apply this Monday mantra again? And then suddenly it all starts making sense as to how things are unfolding. So your Monday mantra this week is: solutions born from playfulness restore a new order. Solutions born from playfulness restore a new order. Now, regardless of what astrological beliefs you have or what you follow, my body is really vibrating right now. It's really interesting because this is what's coming through for you. We're entering Mercury retrograde. So whether you believe in Mercury retrograde or not doesn't matter, because I can feel that communication is going to be important this week. And it's a time, again, when it's Mercury in retrograde, it's prompting us to have deep reflection on our lives, contemplation. Spirit wants us, because of this contemplative state, is contemplate also having more playfulness in our daily rituals. Like I'm someone, when I eat, even if I'm eating alone, which is a lot of the time, I will set a table. I will do all of those things because that is a ritual in order for me to focus on the nourishment that I'm filling my container with. So this ongoing ceremonial energy is still here for us. We should always be in ceremony, and I'm learning that more and more. But it's a particular emphasis at the moment in order to shift and examine our current perceptions and beliefs, okay? So the significant shift is unfolding for our ancestors. A lot of ancestral things are coming up, but it's to awaken our inherent power by acknowledging the ancestors. So let's see how all of that transpires, because this is all about shedding the illusions. The veil is no longer, it is just there now, and this is why the body is vibrating with energy, is because Spirit is bringing our attention to what we need to heal and bringing in more playfulness to restore a new order. Now, before I came online, Spirit was showing me the Tower card. Now, I wasn't getting this feeling of like, oh my God, we need to worry about the Tower card. It was more around things being worn. Okay, so when we think, I'm wearing a top now that has holes in it because, like I said, I just show up the way that I am here. And it's like, but I like it. It's comfortable. So, worn, W-O-R-N. And they said to me, whether things are feeling worn out, worn down, what are you going to do with that? Like, are you going to recycle it? Are you going to repurpose it? Are you going to renew it? Are you going to surrender it to the earth to be transformed if it no longer serves? It's like, where are you feeling worn out? And it could actually be in your physical things, because yesterday, there was a lot of clearing out going on here, physical clearing out of getting rid of things that don't serve us anymore. And so the Tower card is more about the things coming out of the tower or falling out of the tower are things that are worn down, worn out. And so as we go through the week, We want, and forgiveness is such an important exercise, even when you don't know what you are forgiving, because there are things about us that we are still discovering that we've done in lifetimes before, that our ancestors have done, that we are needing to forgive. So it may be a time to extend forgiveness to someone, to something, even yourself, whether it's through prayer, through contemplation, through ceremony, through ritual, whatever it is. Trust your intuition as you go forward and let your perception guide you toward what resonates with you. And guilt and resentment could be coming up this week a little bit more than normal. Okay, so have a look at that. And envision it when it comes up. Envision what love looks like, how love would respond to it in every situation, that rekindling of love, which I had over the weekend with my bestest friends coming together. And being in that ceremony, being in that ritual, being in that wisdom of the old ways with new perspectives. Now, as we navigate this transformative time of Pluto and Aquarius, of going into Sagittarius season, of coming into December where there's lots of things going on, it's like the karmic stuff is coming up to balance. Now, karma is not negative necessarily. We can accumulate good karma. And do you know what Spirit was telling me over the weekend? Reminding me. The smallest gestures, whether they are lifting someone up, complimenting them, investing in them, valuing them, that is all karma that is accumulating, and it reflects in our intentions and our action. So every negative thing we think, it's so amplified like right now, and we have to be very mindful. So all the people that, keyboard warriors, all of those, every little thing is like karma being accumulated and balancing out, and inevitably is going to be returned to us in some way. So remember, the Monday mantra can be the complete opposite for you. You might be struggling to find playfulness somehow. And some of you who are watching the screen will see I've got glittery things in my hair. This was me being playful over the weekend with my friends because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to have glitter in my hair. And it's kind of like, it's glittery tinsel before anyone gets worried that I'm, I wouldn't put glitter in the environment because it's just such a horrible thing. But I'm just saying, bringing in playfulness and what is for you. The other thing Spirit was telling me is, people might be planning holidays, and it's not holidays necessarily for, the Christmas season, because not everyone celebrates the Christmas season, even though that is technically the wind down for most people. But it's for late January, early February. It could be for now, it could be for later, but there's something happening late January, early February, and I don't know yet because I haven't looked into that period of time, but it's like we're planning a trip. Could be an internal journey, I don't know, but that's something that's coming up. So while we should learn from the past, we're also looking forward, and this week offers a unique opportunity to balance traditional practices with the modern adaptations. Karmic balance has been a central theme. This death-like energy of things that are being worn, like when our bodies get worn out at the end of our lifetime in this body, it's that type of energy. Things are being worn out, and you could be also feeling worn out. So how do you add playfulness to bring in more solutions? Remember, love is abundantly available when we give it. Now, I'm being told, please check for lumps and bumps in your bodies and learn to dissolve them. And if you're having any issues, especially in your chest area, please go and check that out. We're being asked to walk this earth fully embracing both our physical and spiritual lives. And this whole month, revelation, shedding of illusions, mystical experiences. I think everyone is having that. And reminding ourselves that our actions, our intentions are always observed and acknowledged, because we're preparing for this unveiling of what we've been yearning to see all year, which is change. We all want to change. We want to see the new order in our horizon. And this week, the homework, I've given you the death room, which I know is a favorite. I've given you seizing opportunities with angels. I've given you the return of abundance between the worlds, because the worlds are merging. And, for December, you'll have your new monthly meditation. I also put up the winds of change, the wind that was so crazy during the rain while I was in the Korpi caves in Uluru. And that's bringing about some very interesting topics. And I know that YouTube will censor me about these topics that are coming up, but it is a lot of trauma. It is a lot of victim energy in terms of children being taken, used for things that are very, very immoral and disgusting. And we are the ones that are healing all of that for everybody, those of us here sharing this journey together. We're going to take a moment now. I'm going to get you to close your eyes if you're not driving. We're all looking for solutions, aren't we? We're looking for that liquid of flow, of transmutation, of the solution. Like a solution, what they're showing me now is when we have a solution that reveals something, like scientifically we take litmus paper and put it in a solution. It's that they're showing me. And it's that solution that is going to be revealing things for us during this period of great reflection, deep reflection during Mercury retrograde. And at the same time, we want the opposite side of that, of playfulness. Find the glitter in your hair. Find time to dance around with your children. Find time to play fetch with your animals. Whatever it is, restore the playfulness for a new order to come in. And contemplate that all that you are wanting to receive is coming through the energy of ritual, ceremony, and love. Remember, I'm always here for you. I'm one person. I'm doing my very best to serve who I can, when I can, while living my life too. And I'm so grateful to have you all on this journey. I do read all your comments. It's just sometimes I can't get to reply to all of them through all the platforms, but it means so much. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Your Monday mantra is solutions born from playfulness. Solutions born from playfulness. That is what restores a new order. I'll see you all very, very soon.